Every winter, we built a snow fort in front of the research institute. We split into two armies and traded snowball volleys until dark. By evening, our clothes would be completely drenched and crusted in ice. You could stand them upright on the ground. We'd crawl back home, panting with exhaustion, and our parents would immediately make us warm up in the shower and drink copious amounts of tea. Genghis would boast that his contained a spoonful of vodka.
It's been so many years, but it still feels like yesterday, us heading home from school together. Speaking of, what time is it? Oh no! I've gone missing from the institute. It's fine. We still have tonight. Will you walk me to the station? I'm going back to my dad's for the night. When I got into the university, he returned the apartment provided by the institute and moved back to Kazan. He's retired. Only has the teaching job now. Back then, he couldn't stay where everything was reminding him of my mum. He waited for me to graduate and then left. Come as soon as you see institute people walking home. That'll mean I'm finished too. It holds so many memories, more than you can remember in a day.
We got up to all kinds of mischief in here. There's no way to remember it all. And maybe you will. Let's see.
It was Genghis who got everyone into fishing. And when the summer came, he was inseparable from his fishing rod, and his skin gradually took on this sort of bronze-hued tan. We called him Red Chief, but he didn't mind. Asya came along too, but she didn't fish. She was deadly afraid of the earthworms. Almaz would run after her with a couple of them between his fingers and an outstretched hand, shouting, "And now for a death-defying stunt."
Pond stakers glid to and fro atop the water, and rainbow-winged dragonflies hovered above. The quiet splashes, the rustle of the leaves lulled. Sometimes one of us would fall asleep on the soft, sunlit grass. What we caught, we fed to the cats. This place had nothing worth fishing for. We got up to all kinds of mischief in here. There's no way to remember it all. And maybe you will. Let's see. Just a bit more waiting and back to Asya. Today is Friday. The workday is shorter. This was our favourite bench in our teenage years. It stood to the side, where we didn't get many passers-by.
We were always sure to bring the guitar along, because Almaz, he played it well, though he didn't really have a voice for song. He knew that, and he sang anyway to annoy us all. Less melodious than a caterwaul, you could say. And Asya and Choma, they made the overall impression better. Sometimes we'd abuse the guitar until there were only 3 strings left. We just played it that much, but somehow we didn't lose the tune.
The position of the sun tells me it's time to return to Asya.
Sorry. I'm such a slowpoke. Have you been waiting here long? Will we catch the train? You've got the letting through to do. Let's race each other to the gate. Afraid of losing? There was a time only Genghis could beat you. Think you're being chivalrous? I've sprained my ankle. Too trusting. This is bull. Whoops, never mind. Look at the bird. Kidding. You won because of my skirt and high heels. Wait till I'm wearing my jeans. You were the one who wanted childhood to last forever. Here's another spot, by the way.
Our first dance, we were about 14. Asya was in the middle of the dance floor in a whirl of coloured specks of light. And then Zinaida, the maths teacher and our class tutor, she announced a slow dance. I was leaning on the wall, looking for words to say to Asya. But Tioma beat me to it as usual.
So I invited another classmate. She too was shuffling on her feet nervously beside me.
I walked her home afterwards. And while we parted ways, she pressed her lips briefly against mine. We both became embarrassed and then hurried home.
You and Masha. I knew. You think too much. And what is it you think? That's 4 words. Isn't anyone else still here? I've heard Almaz is in Kazan. Genghis? A cop? That absolute punk? I've lost track of everyone. Even Artem. Only saw him a few times throughout university. The old clock! Do you still struggle telling 7 p.m. from 1700? That time you waited for 2 hours in a snowstorm, though. Oh, you blockhead. I'd never done something like that to you. Well, the first part did go to plan. Not even today. Pinch you where? Pick a spot.
One last stroll before Asya left for Moscow. She wanted apples for the trip. I almost confessed my feelings to her. I had a speech on a copybook sheet in my pocket ready to say it, but Tioma kept hanging around. Asya chose yellow apples, you know, the sweet but expensive ones. The sour green ones were cheaper, and I suggested those instead. Asya said I was cheap, which was true. You know, I counted her money when it could have been my treat, which was what Tioma did, actually. I was nervous enough as it was, so in the end, I lost my temper. I simply walked away. No, I ran away. Asya left that evening. I never said goodbye to her, or that I was sorry. or heard her say that she was.
What's with the silence? You have a lady to entertain. I'm sorry, too. You didn't have my number. Bah. Do you have any idea what dorms are like? One phone to rule them all. Zero privacy. I'm managing without one for now. You too, I suppose. What's the point of having one in our neck of the woods? I've stayed in a room on the outskirts since I dropped out. I'll give you my number. Which will only result in my roommate disconnecting the phone.